How to master Hellblade to combat with recovery frames. Imagine facing a relentless opponent and knowing precisely when to strike or defend without hesitation. Mastering combat in Hellblade 2 involves understanding the subtle timing windows that can turn the tide of battle. One of the most critical concepts to grasp is the role of recovery frames. These are the brief periods immediately following an attack or defensive move when a character cannot perform another action. Recognizing these windows allows players to anticipate enemy moves and respond with optimal timing. In Hellblade 2, each attack has a specific number of recovery frames that vary depending on the move's speed and strength. Fast light attacks generally have fewer recovery frames, enabling quick follow-up strikes if the opponent is staggered or vulnerable. Heavy attacks tend to have more recovery frames, requiring patience and precise timing to capitalize on openings. Observing enemy attack patterns helps identify moments when their recovery frames are active, creating opportunities for counterattack. Blocking and parrying are essential skills that influence recovery frames. When blocking, the game often grants a brief window where the attacker's recovery frames are extended, giving the defender a chance to counterattack. Properly timing a parry can nullify an enemy attack entirely, leaving them exposed during their recovery phase. Executing a successful parry requires precise timing, usually just before the attack's impact, which interrupts the attacker's recovery frames and opens a window for a counterattack. Practicing the timing of your own moves is equally important. Initiate attacks and observe how long they take to recover. Use training sections or combat scenarios to experiment with different moves, noting which ones leave you vulnerable and which ones allow quick follow-ups. Combining this knowledge with enemy attack cues enhances your ability to predict and react efficiently. Additionally, understanding stagger mechanics is vital. When an enemy is staggered, their recovery frames are temporarily disrupted, making them more susceptible to consecutive attacks. Learning to exploit stagger moments maximizes damage output and shortens encounters. In summary, mastering combat with recovery frames in Hellblade 2 involves a keen eye for timing, understanding attack and defense windows, and practicing patience. Recognizing when enemies are vulnerable during their recovery phases and knowing how to extend your own attack sequences creates a strategic advantage. With consistent practice and attention to detail, players can elevate their combat skills and face challenges with confidence.